Welcome to My African Affairs. Gabon, a Central African country, was on Wednesday thrust into a coup which saw the unseating of the president, whose family has held power for over half a decade, just minutes after he was named winner of a contested election. Ousted President Ali Bongo has faced accusations of election fraud and corruption since he started ruling the poverty-stricken and oil-rich country nearly 14 years ago. Following the coup, residents were seen to celebrate in the street and embracing soldiers. Much remain uncertain, with Bongo under house arrest. His son has been arrested and all the borders have been closed. The government has also remained shut. International leaders have expressed concern and also condemned the coup. The military power grab began on Wednesday, shortly after Gabon's election authority announced that Bongo had been re-elected over the weekend's election. Men in army uniform announced on national television that they had seized power. They said that the election results had been voided, the borders had been shut, and government bodies dissolved of both houses of the National Assembly. The coup leaders said that Bongo had been placed under house arrest, surrounded by doctors, and his son, Nudin Bongo, had been arrested alongside 6 others for high treason. A video aired by Agence France Presse showed Bongo to be seated in what appeared to be a library, saying that he was at the residence and he didn't know where his son or his wife were. Meanwhile, the junta named Bruce Ngema, who was once bodyguard of the late Bongo's father, a previous president, the transitional leader. Speaking to French newspaper Le Monde on Wednesday, Bruce said that Bongo was enjoying all his rights as a normal Gabonese citizen. Videos of Gabon in celebration circulated online, including footage of soldiers carrying Bruce shouting "President." The big question now is, what next for Gabon? For instance, what will happen to the parliament and government institutions, and what next for its leadership, and what awaits Bongo and his family, and what the coup means for Gabon's international and diplomatic standings, given the widespread criticism of military action from other countries. The military has ordered 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. curfew, and borders will remain closed until further notice. However, Bruce has ordered signals to be restored for international TV and radio channels. Ali Bongo, 64 years of age, took over from his father Omar Bongo, who died of cardiac arrest in 2009 while receiving treatment in Spain. He had been in office for nearly 42 years. The elder Bongo came to power in 1967, 7 years after Gabon had gained independence. He ruled over the small country with an iron fist, imposing a one-party system and only allowing a multi-party in 1991. However, his party retained a grip on the government. Ali Bongo began his political career in 1981, serving as a foreign minister, a congressman, and a defense minister before becoming the president in the year 2009. Each of Ali Bongo's 3 victories have been deeply disputed and sometimes sparked nationwide protests. This week's election was decried by opposition as fraudulent. However, Bongo's team has denied any allegations of electoral irregularities. In 2016, after Bongo was named the election victor, his main challenger said that the decision by the court to uphold the election result was biased, and another failed coup attempt against Bongo took place in 2019. There have been multiple coups in Africa over the past 3 years in former French colonies, including Mali, Burkina Faso, and now Gabon, that threatened the reversal of the democratization process that has happened over the continent in the past 2 years. According to political analyst Remy Adekoya, coups were rampant in Africa in the post-colonial era, with coup leaders citing reasons for toppling the government as corruption, mismanagement, and poverty. These reasons still resonate with many Africans, he wrote for CNN in 2021, and many people in African countries feel that these problems are even worsening. All this while, population is still growing in the world's youngest continent, which intensifies the already fierce fight for resources. These conditions have helped drive more recent coups, with young Africans disillusioned with corrupt leaders and ready for radical change. The Gabon coup has been widely criticized by African nations, and in the West, the African Union, representing 55 member states, on Wednesday held an emergency meeting to firmly condemn the coup. United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres also on Wednesday condemned the coup. According to his spokesperson, he expressed concern over the reports of infringement of fundamental freedom and urged both parties to respect the rule of law. The U.S. Department spokesperson Matthew Miller said that the U.S. was against military seizures and unconstitutional transfer of power and urged the coup leaders to preserve civilian rule. The U.S. Embassy in Gabon advised its citizens to limit unnecessary movement and shelter in a place and make a contingency plan to leave the country. European leaders shared the same sentiments. The United Kingdom condemned the coup and urged the government to be restored. A European top diplomat warned against the coup and said that it would increase instability in the whole region.